afternoon to everyone. I'm going to interview now one of those Christian educators, and I think this is going to be a very interesting moment for us to know and to figure out what is really in these Christian educators. Now, I am here in our very own church, but one City Church of Christ, and I will going to interview the very head of this church, which is Pastor Nestor M. Pesanya. And he's actually in his own office now, so let's go. So, this is our pastor, Pastor Nestor M. Pesanya. Then, good afternoon, sir. Afternoon, so, I will going to interview about Christian education since we're talking about in our class as a pastor and as a teacher. What is your significant role here in this church?
Okay, so my important role as a pastor is to lead the church for the congregation by feeding the word of God, equipping them, teaching, so that they may be thoroughly equipped for the work of the Lord. So that is my main role as a pastor.
So, well said. I think that's a very good answer. And then number 2 question: what are your strategies that help improve Christian education here in this church, particularly to what we have called Sunday school?
Actually, before I made a certain curriculum for different ages, I consider first of all their needs, especially the youth, the children, and also for the adult group. So in every department, they have special needs. So before I communicate or teach them for the lessons from the Bible, so I consider first their need. So
So you mean the spiritual the spiritual one?
the aspect or the
Yes.
spiritual aspect in all aspects of their lives. So that the lessons or the information from the Bible, it could be related, or it could be helpful for them. So in short, we'll be having a curriculum.
So by the way, how long you've been serving here in this church, and did you find it hard upon dealing with different characteristics, especially there are lots of professionals here in this church? Then how did you handle things?
By the way, I've been here for almost 9 years. Then, speaking of challenges and uh, different challenges as a pastor that I meet in each member's life. So, of course, as a young pastor, it's really difficult, but and and the side of God, because He promised us to to be with us always. So I trust Him in everything we do, in everything I do. So first, as a pastor, I always trust God for everything. So
Wow, so you're really consistent of your faith. You're referring, and most of the times you believe that God will truly help you. Yes, thank you for that information. Then number 3 question, the last question. How Christian education contributes to the growth of the church here in this church?
it has a big impact. Of course, Christian education, it it makes a big difference to the church. It makes a big difference to the lives of each person, especially in Sunday school. Of course, we do have daily Bible studies. We do have vacation Bible school each year for the children. It makes a big difference in the life of each person, of how they walk with the Lord, how they obey the Lord, and how they hold the truth from the Word of God. So that is how important Christian education in the church.
So, I think that was a very nice answers from our very own pastor. And I'm hoping that you learned a lot of things, especially when I interviewed our very own pastor as a Christian educator. So thank you and God bless us all.